Sunrise and the Ripping is marketed as a book about propaganda, but honestly, I think the overarching theme of this book is really about implicit submission. And before the story starts, she even has a lengthy quote by David Hume about it. Nothing appears more surprising to those who consider human affairs with a philosophical eye than the easiness with which the many are governed by the few, and the implicit submission with which men resign their own sentiments and passions to those of their rulers. When we inquire by what means this wonder is affected, we shall find that, as force is always on the side of the governed, the governors have nothing to support them but opinion. It is therefore on opinion only the government is founded, and this maxim extends to the most despotic and most military governments, as well as to the most free and most popular. David Hume. And I think, especially during this time, implicit submission is really more of the message Suzanne Collins is trying to say in her book. Essentially, she's telling us to not just accept what the government is doing, especially in this climate, to not just implicitly submit and just accept that that's just the way things are and there's nothing we can do about it. When, as she also points out in this book, there is more of us than it is of them. And she really showed this with the careers versus the newcomers, where the non-career tributes all allied together. And Suzanne wasn't naive about it. She kind of also explored, well, yeah, we might have the numbers, but they have the guns. So what is our numbers when they have like automatic rifles to kill us all at once? And she also never pretended that even if we all ally together, it doesn't mean that we would win right away and that we wouldn't suffer losses. In fact, we would suffer many losses even before we get a win. But it is by not implicitly submitting, by not being indifferent, by just accepting the way things are, that we actually manage to make change, even little by little. And towards the end, we could reach that goal, like with Hamish, to get rid of the sunrise on the ripping. So if there's one lesson to be taken away from this book, is on implicit submission and how we could apply it, especially in today's climate.